Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. So in this tutorial, we're going to talk about TypeScript. And what is TypeScript? So TypeScript is actually a superset of JavaScript, which contains rich features such as types, classes, interfaces, and so much more other features, and which allows you to develop cumbersome and error-free applications. So let's take a case where we have number variables or string variables or even variables of type arrays of different types, which gets checked directly when you're typing and not only when you run the application. So that is how TypeScript actually works. So, and because TypeScript doesn't run in the browser, that is why it actually compiles into JavaScript. And in order to compile that into JavaScript, it has to be done in a CLI, a command line interface. So here in the next thing we're going to do, we're going to differentiate between TypeScript and JavaScript, write some code so that you can better understand how TypeScript is really powerful. So let's start with JavaScript. So here we have a line of code where we declare a variable which stores a particular name, which is a string. And at the same time, we actually assign a number to that variable. And at the end, you can have the output, which is actually 20. So here you can see that it started with a string and then it has been assigned another value, which is 20. And the final output is actually a number. So JavaScript is actually okay with this. That means you can assign any type of any values, any types to that variable, and then JavaScript will be fine. But in the other hand, let's try to see how TypeScript actually work. So here we have the same line of code, but at the difference that here we actually give a particular type, a string. You can actually see the code. So we give the type a string to this variable, to this var1. And then the next line of code, we assign a number, which is 20. And at the end, what do we have like output? So we are getting an error because here in TypeScript, you can only store to that variable a string because we gave the type of that variable a string. That means it's only a string. It's only that particular type, which is a string, that can be stored in that variable. So as long as you change the type and give a number, then it will complain. Here we can have the output and it says unable to compile TypeScript, and the number is not assignable to the type string because this variable is a string variable. And if you change it, then TypeScript will complain. So this is actually a very useful case to actually see how TypeScript works behind the scene. TypeScript is very, very important in writing cumbersome application. So we're going to take some other examples in the next course, throughout the course, and we're going to see how TypeScript is very useful, very important, because we really need to give to the various variables a particular type to avoid some errors. And we know that writing applications, error-free applications, is very important. So in the next course, we're going to take some more examples and then you're going to grab it along the way. So thank you for watching this course, and let's grab in the next course. So let's see in the next course.